What's up, YouTube? Welcome to More Trades. Looking at Solana on the 4-hourly, and I wanted to give you an update on the latest development on the price action and what I see and expect for the next maybe few days and long term. Before I get into it, if you haven't already, like the video. If you do, I really appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber to get this kind of updates that I post, and join the Discord, the free Discord link in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a link as well that says like to support the channel, buy me a coffee, and that would take you to PayPal, which is a secure site. Okay, so let's just get into it. Solana has broken down on the 30th of January from this upward trend. You can see this purple trend line was essentially the uptrend for Solana that started from down here. Let me just get rid of these moving averages that I have on the screen so you could see that this trend started off down here in the beginning of the year. 29th December, around 29th December, and was going on, and the trend was broken down on the 30th of January. Now, what do I see for Solana? It's a possibility that we have completed one leg up, and after a completion of a leg up, then it is only natural to come back for a retracement to the downside and then a continuation to the upside. That's one possibility. Another possibility is that we're done with this up move and we're coming down deeper to those targets that I've always had, between $5 to $7 for Solana, even though it seems so far away. But anything can happen in Bitcoin, I mean in the crypto market. Now, this move up, I can see a couple of waves happening, and it looks like a possible 5-wave move that has been completed. And I would give you the targets to the downside. The target to the downside for Solana would just be, if we assume this is a wave 1 up, then we'd say then we're coming down in a wave 2, or if this was a wave A up, then we're coming down for a B. Either way, we're coming down for a retracement if it's done. Clearly, we've broken down the trend on the 30th of January. That was 6 days ago, and it was maybe a possible temporary breakdown or fake out, and we're going to continue higher now. But in case it isn't, in case this is a real move down, how far can it go? That's what I'm here to let you know. Now, for starters, we look at this and we say, for starters, we have the 18.343. This level has been there forever for you who have been following me for a while, and it is the value area high of the entire down range. Of course, we can pull a fixed range volume profile for the up range that we have over here, and you can see we're below the NPOC. Now, that's one. We're below the NPOC, bouncing off the value area low. If you lose this level, the 22.913, then you're coming down lower. Another thing I've noticed today is that we had, interestingly, I missed it, but we had on the 4-hourly our sell signal. The sell signal, as I teach in my videos, is 8 and 13 and 21 EMA crossing the 55, and the next candle that opens and closes below the 8 EMA, that's a sell signal, and the opposite is for buy. So the sell signal was here. It gave you an indication to short, and at the moment we're around the same levels, so it might be a good idea to short, but you need to know you're going to bump your head into support at 2260. Around 2260 you will bounce off it. You're shorting into support, essentially, even though you got the signal, but you're shorting into support, and support is usually a place you would want to buy. You buy support, short resistance. So the $25.7, or you could put it higher now since we hit that zone twice. Around the 26.7 could be our next zone to short. If we're able, we might come up, just hit the 25 if we can get there and roll over, or we can just go down from now. Tomorrow we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking, so tomorrow will be interesting. This move down can be erased and faded tomorrow with Jerome Powell's speech, and we get a pump. So just be careful about that. Targets to the downside. Now I'm getting into that. If this was a first wave move up and we're expecting a retracement move down, so it's simply a fib retracement from the bottom to the top, and that can give you a possible target of around, we take fib retracements, we take the high over here, the high was somewhere here, and the low was over here. We could come down anywhere between the 0.5 fib at 17,330, and we could come down also to the 0.5 is the first zone I'll look for if it could be a wave B, and next zone would be the 0.618. This is looking at the bigger picture. However, the small time frame, the shorter picture, looks like we retraced more than that. I'll explain in a minute. 15.1, and your last point of support, you should be worried if you really break it, then that's the $11 zone, and that's 0.786. So when you retrace more than the 0.786, whether you're going up or you're going down, then you know that probably if you retrace that much, then it might be something else and you're reversing. Now this move over here, if we take a retracement, essentially this could have been a 1-2, and then I mean over here we had a 1 and a 2. So this retracement over here looks like it is more than the 0.786, and that's worrisome. You can see over here we briefly broke the 0.786, and that could mean that it's not moving up, it's failing to rotate to the upside. So if we break below the 0.786, which at the moment is 22.6, I mean the 0.786 is at 23.134. If you come down to the 0.887 at 22.6 and break down further, then it's no longer 1-2, and you're possibly coming down either for a correction or an impulse. The targets as I gave you to the upside, your immediate resistance is at 25.7, followed by the previous high, possibly a liquidity grab. So if I see the price pumping, I'll be watching for 24.7 for a rejection. If I don't and I see it coming up to the 25.7, possibly a wick, and I see a swing failure, then I know, okay, it's time possibly to short with a stop loss. I see we have a naked point of control at $27. That would be a nice point to see Solana come up to, rejection, and rotate to the downside. Given the market conditions are bearish, I would be considering a short on Solana if the market conditions are bearish and if the DXY is pumping. Clearly today the DXY has been rotating to the upside, you can see, and the traditionals are slightly pulling back, not a lot. 82 points for the Nasdaq, 16 points for the Dow Jones is nothing big. I mean the ES1, the SPY is just negative 24 points. I mean, if we look at this, and we might say today was just a small pullback, so just be careful. The DXY has broken out today, as attempting to reverse on the 4-hourly. You see we're above previous resistance, so we broke out on the 3rd, and we're continuing today, but we're finding resistance over here at 103.2 on this chart. On the other chart, we haven't reached a resistance on this chart. I didn't put the resistance, so I have a resistance 105 over here. My immediate resistance, if I can hold the 103, I can come to the 104.3. If I can hold the 103.3, I will come up to the 104.3. a $1 move. All right, that's my update on Solana. Hope you liked it. Hit the likes and subscribe to the channel and join the free Discord. And if you like to support the channel, there is a link in the channel description which will direct you to PayPal. Any contribution is appreciated. More trades, I'm out.